I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does, without me lifting a finger. So I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other toppings, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
This is a special episode, one that's different from our usual Bible study episodes. And as we step into the season of Lent, which is a time of reflection, surrender, and preparing our hearts for Easter, I wanted to do something a little special to help us focus. I'm going to invite you to slow down, to listen, and to draw near to God in a deeper way. For the next few moments, I encourage you to set aside distractions, to find a quiet place, and to settle into stillness. Sit comfortably, close your eyes if you'd like, and allow yourself to enter this time as a prayer, not just something to listen to, but something to experience. This episode is part of a special series I'm doing called the Promises of Lent, 7 contemplative prayer episodes designed to walk us through the promises of God leading up to Easter. Each week, we'll pause to reflect on a different promise: His forgiveness, His presence, His strength, His peace, and more. Today, I'm sharing the first episode with you as a gift, a way to experience what these guided prayers will be like. If this time speaks to your soul, I'd love for you to continue the journey with me. The rest of the series will be available exclusively on Patreon, where you will have access to all 7 weeks of the contemplative prayer, guiding you through this season with intention. You can find the link in the show notes at our Patreon page. But for now, simply be here. Breathe deeply and let go of the weight of the day. Enter into this sacred space with God. Let's begin. Welcome to this time of contemplative prayer. Today, we are reflecting on the promise of God's presence. This is a truth that does not waver. God is with you right now, in this very moment. Whether you feel His nearness or not, whether your heart is filled with joy or weighed down with questions, He is here, and He invites you to rest in that reality. As we begin, take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Let go of distractions. Let go of the pressures of the day. For this time, there's nothing you need to do. Just be. Be still and know that He is God. Find a comfortable place where you can sit or lie down. Close your eyes if you'd like. Let your hands rest loosely in your lap. Feel the surface beneath you, steady and unmoving. You are safe here. You are held here. Take a deep breath in. Feel your lungs expand. Hold it for a moment, and then release it slowly. With each inhale, breathe in the peace of God. With each exhale, release the tension, the worry, and the things that have occupied your mind today. Notice your shoulders. Let them drop. Relax your hands. Relax your jaw. If you're holding anywhere tension in your body, release it as you breathe out. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. You are not rushing. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, in the presence of God. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. Repeat that a couple more times. Now, let's listen to the words of Psalm 139. As I read, hear these words as a personal reminder of God's presence in your life. Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Pause for a moment. Let this truth settle in. God sees you, not just when you're strong, not just when you're doing well, but always. He knows you fully. He understands you completely. Breathe in the peace of God and exhale the tension. Breathe in the peace of God and exhale the tension. There's not a single moment of your life that escapes His notice. Every breath, every moment, every hidden thought, He knows it, and still He loves you completely. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Imagine that. God goes before you. He stands behind you. You are never alone. Not in the quiet moments, not in the crowded places, not even in the times of uncertainty. His hand is upon you, steady and sure. Breathe in the peace of God. Breathe out the tension. Breathe in the peace of God. Breathe out the tension. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. Maybe you've felt distant from God lately. Maybe you've wondered if He is still near. Listen again. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. Even in the hard places, even when you feel unworthy or lost, God does not turn away. He does not withdraw His presence from you. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. Think about that. Even there. What is your there right now? A season of uncertainty? A place of waiting? A moment of struggle? Even there, God's hand is guiding you. Even there, He holds you fast. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light becomes night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. What feels like darkness in your life right now? A situation that feels overwhelming? A question that remains unanswered? A burden that you've been carrying? God sees through it. The darkness is not dark to Him. It does not confuse Him or cause Him to turn away. Where you see uncertainty, He sees the path forward. Where you feel hidden, He sees you fully. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. Let this truth settle in. You are never outside of His reach, never beyond His love, never unseen, and never alone. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. As you continue to breathe, picture yourself resting in this truth. God is with you right now, in this moment. The season of Lent is a time of reflection, of drawing near to God as we prepare our hearts for Easter. It's a season of remembering the journey of Jesus to the cross, the times when He too felt sorrow, loneliness, even abandonment. And yet through it all, the Father was with Him. As Jesus walked through the wilderness, God was with Him. As He prayed in the garden, God was with Him. As He carried the cross, He was never alone. Lent reminds us that even in suffering, even in silence, even when we don't feel Him, God is present. Just as He was with Jesus, He is with you now. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. Where in your life do you need to recognize God's presence during this season of Lent? In the waiting, in the unknown, in the longing for answers? Let this be a time of surrender, a time of trusting that even when you can't see Him working, He is still near. Inhale the peace of God and exhale the tension. If you need to, whisper this simple prayer. God, help me see you here. God, you are here right now in this breath, in this moment. Thank you for being the God who never leaves, who never forsakes, who never turns away. As I walk through this season of Lent, help me to draw near to you, to slow down, to listen, to trust that you are with me, even when I don't feel it. When I cannot see you, remind me that you are near. When I feel lost, remind me that your hand is still guiding me. When I feel unworthy, remind me that your love has already claimed me. Help me to remember that just as you were with Jesus on his journey to the cross, you are with me on mine. Let my heart rest in the certainty that I am never alone. Thank you for your presence that never leaves me. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. When you're ready, open your eyes. Carry this truth with you today. Wherever you go, God is already there. Are you looking for a way to experience Lent differently this year? Instead of just giving something up, what if you added in an intentional time of prayer, scripture, and stillness? I want to invite you to join me for the Promises of Lent, a 7-week contemplative prayer series designed to help you slow down, reflect, and truly experience the presence of Jesus as we prepare for Easter. Each week, we'll walk through scripture, breath prayers, and guided moments of reflection, helping you to not just know God's promises, but experience them in a fresh way. The first episode is my free gift to you, available now in the podcast feed. But to access the full series, including all 7 episodes, plus a guided prayer journal and workbook, join me in my Deep Dive Patreon community. If you're longing for a deeper, more personal connection with Jesus this Lent, this is for you. Visit patreon.com/hearing Jesus to learn more. Let's walk through this season together, not just as a time of sacrifice, but as an invitation to be with Jesus.
Hi, I'm Haven, and as long as I can remember, I have had different curiosities and thoughts and ideas that I like to explore, usually with a girlfriend over a matcha latte. But then when I had kids, I just didn't have the same time that I did before for the one-on-ones that I crave. So I started Haven, the podcast. It's a safe space for curiosity and conversation. And we talk about everything from relationships to parenting to friendships to even your view of yourself. And we don't have answers or solutions, but I think the power is actually in the questions. So I'd love for you to join me, Haven, the podcast.
Hey, so I'm launching a new season on the podcast, The Doctor and the Nurse. World-renowned brain coach Dr. Daniel Amen joins me as a co-host as we dive deep into the mind and the brain of everything high performance. I've been fascinated for years as I've worked with top athletes, high-powered CEOs, Hollywood actors, and all high performers in all types of different fields of how they break through pressure, ignite drive, how they overcome distractions, how they put fear on the bench, how they tap into flow state and just dominate all these different areas of high performance. So on this season, my good friend Dr. Daniel Amen will break down what is actually going on in the brain in these different areas, and I will give actionable tools to be able to use and apply in your life. So buckle up, The Doctor and the Nurse on The David Nurse Show, coming at you.